Are we on the air, husband?
I think we might be. Yes. We are on the air.
Right then.
I think, hold on.
We're on the air or on the Beppis. The chair. Yeah, or on the Beppis.
Yep, there.
Alright, folks. Welcome to Lavender Town Syndrome.
Yeah.
Today we're joined by Mark Lamar, the former television presenter.
Yeah.
And we're gonna... It's called Life is Strange 2. Before the Strome. Before Peter Stormare.
I call him Peter Stormare. Take
Yeah.
Life is Strange and put it off.
Alright,
Hey,
folks.
you're right. It's like you're also like I legitimately fell asleep during the last stream as well. But that doesn't. But that's not a good thing, considering I'm meant to be playing the game.
Yeah, Gemma just zonked in the last one. I hope there's a bit more energy this time. We had dinner, but there's also Lucozade.
Yes, that your favourite Zaid.
Gonna be your favourite Zaid.
Yeah, these antibiotics that I'm on for my throat are really knocking me out. I fell asleep again today. Like, I woke up at like, what, 12 this morning and then fell asleep at like 4.
Guys, that's just the sound of me putting this on social media.
I'm going to name my son Cameras, that way when I inevitably molest him I'll fuck cameras.
Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
Shane Dawson, that's nice of you.
Haha! That's disgusting.
Shane Dawson, he's an admitted paedophile. He's an admitted paedophile. His fans are kids, and that's okay because he likes to diddle kids. What you gonna do, YouTube? Is it nothing? Is it nothing as usual? Too busy censoring conservatives and banning trannies you disagree with.
Yeah, this is a song that we're doing.
Oh yeah, we're big into this one, mate. This is an old song. Goes right back to the days of Ying Swaling, the Chinese emperor.
Shane Dawson, more like Shane fucks your son. But yeah,
actual paedophile Shane Dawson.
Yeah, it's true. There's actually him admitting it on like.
There's like this video and everything. It's amazing.
Yeah, if anyone wants to follow me on Twitter,
yeah,
you can see it.
Or a quick Google search as well.
Yeah. Damn it.
Here we are, folks. We're streaming this garbage again, and Shane Dawson's a paedophile.
There goes nothing.
Here we are, folks. We're streaming. That's my voice twice. Again, and Shane Dawson's a paedophile.
No, we're not going to be drinking this stream as well because we don't have any alcohol. That's pretty much the reason why.
I made basically mulled wine earlier, though. We had some of that.
We did.
Did you just hear my voice in the background because I'm on Snapchat? Insert link. Paste. Go. Just sorry guys, my voice is kind of looping while it does this. Attach the snap. Boom.
My voice is slightly better. You can at least understand me now.
There's too many thoughts on my Snapchat. I see the collar. I see it pop up sometimes on their profiles.
Hey, Steph. Whoa. Hey, Chloe. Your shirt looks like the tea leaves they used to tell people's fortunes. How's my future looking? Bright and sunny. Surprised to see me on parole? I told you Wells was out to get you.
Ah, here we are.
This was a rare in other people's dumb decisions.
I don't get involved in these human arguments.
Thanks for trying, but skipping yesterday was totally worth it. Skipping with Rachel Amber does have an appeal. Well, yeah. So, what are you doing here? I'm just picking up something.
Is it lagging or is my laptop just crap? I don't know, friend. I hope that it's not lagging.
Apparently,
What are you doing?
it's apparently not lagging. No, because when I looked at it on mine, it was fine.
I'm prepping for the Tempest show tonight. I'm the stage manager.
Although apparently there's some echo.
Right.
It's weird because
Aria Grill says there's echo. Can anyone else confirm that we're having echo issues?
I'm sure it is.
yes, the meme was great. Shadow White.
About Victoria coming in now and trying to hog every scene, but the cast overall is fantastic. You get to see a totally different side of everyone, especially the guys.
Alright, great. Ian McDonald, I believe, is the guy who played the Emperor in Star Wars.
Is Ian McDermott?
Yeah, it was a joke.
I know it was a joke.
Like, Ewan McDonald.
Ewan McDonald.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, well, good luck with all of that. Maybe I'll see you later. Oh, hey. I wanted to ask you something.
Yeah, I imagine what, like, the script that, like,
But not if you two were together.
oh god, this is boring. Like, what if,
So, are you? I mean, that's Rachel's business. Or maybe yours and Rachel's business.
I just got a message from someone saying, hey, I don't want to sound like a bitch, but I really can't talk right now. I didn't message you.
Okay, who's that?
Well, nobody's name I want to say in public on stream, but
Alright.
life is soy before the boy. Can someone recap the story? I genuinely can't, Tim. Like, I don't really know what's going on.
For her and maybe she has a
Like, aside from, yeah, you've been hanging out with Rachel Amber, who you're in love with, but I can't tell if she likes you back. And you've been doing some petty crimes, and you've been either suspended or expelled from school, I'm not sure.
I can imagine.
But you're on campus anyway, because fuck it. This person is some kind of either robot clone or something that's just been kind of put amongst humans to learn our ways, some kind of alien.
Yeah.
Just... Ugh.
But there really hasn't been a story as such.
Looks like my options are become a master lockpicker or swipe someone's keys. Evan's subject for the day. Better you than me, bird. Blackwell Academy. Been serving water since never.
Haven't we done this?
Yeah, but obviously we're going to do it again.
Because you fell asleep without saving?
Yeah.
Alright.
It also saves, I can't save it.
Dude, why do you
Jacob, show us your dick.
decisions?
Well, I assume you mean a person named Dick because you've capitalized it.
Did Evan just call me intelligent? Damn straight. Wow. Evan looks really ridiculous.
It's interesting that people are speculating what the main plot's going to be when we're on episode 2 of 3 episodes.
You can still see that.
The plot should be well in swing by now.
Yep.
But I want to get this shot exactly.
It should have been halfway through episode 1, the plot should have really kicked into gear.
I've learned that if I'm passionate about something, it's probably the right thing to care about. For example, I've been trying to get the students and administration interested in forest fire prevention.
That is kind of an odd topic to focus on.
God, she's like
People
vacant.
are so eager to pass on responsibility to anyone else so that they can live comfortable, unworried, and ultimately meaningless lives. You see what happened?
Life is Schindler before the list.
Like you were right. Go
If I remember, that'll be the name of the next one.
hero of the people.
I know you feel like I do. About different things, I'm sure. But you only give a shit about what you give a shit about. I like that. Anyway, you're not supposed to be here. You should leave.
Bingo.
If only those keys were unsupervised.
Yes, there was. I think we called that one. The second one was called. I think it was Life is AIDS. Before the Women's March
Yeah.
was part 2.
Samuel, keeping busy?
Always, Chloe Price. I didn't think you'd be returning to these hallowed halls so soon.
Life is Shane before the non-sync.
Really, it wasn't the books or bricks of Blackwell that led you back.
What?
You're here for someone, a special someone, yes?
What do you think of Rachel Amber?
Rachel Amber is a dragon made of diamonds.
That's, deep. Do you just make this shit up on the fly, or do you, like, write it down beforehand?
I'll tell you guys something a little sad. Matt unironically watches Jim Sterling. There's not a hint of irony to it. He doesn't watch him because haha what a shill. No, he just watches him for pleasure.
Yeah, that is sad.
I'm, looking...
He's like the Cenk Uygur of video game journalism. It's just the worst.
He is more than that.
Doesn't Toby quite like him as well?
Oh God, I hope not.
With much love.
Honestly, like the only person who's more embarrassing in the kind of video game journalism circles, I don't count people like Anita Sarkeesian because they're really not involved. The only person who's more embarrassing is Movie Bob, Bob Chipman. The absolute fucking worst.
What about Elliot Hampton? Have you seen him recently?
The second stream isn't private, it should be available to watch.
Okay.
Usually I can see both what people want me to see and what they want to keep hidden.
And, what do I want to keep hidden?
That you are lonely and afraid. It's okay.
Jim Sterling, basically, I haven't watched. I don't need to. The funny thing is, someone said if Logan grows up to be like Jim Sterling, would you disown him? The great thing is, I don't have to disown him because he's not my son, nor have I adopted him. So really, I could just leave whenever I want. It's a very liberating feeling. No, I don't know. Like, it's difficult to go into specifics because I haven't watched his stuff in ages because it always really annoyed me. But basically, he really reminds me of Cenk Uygur. Like, he'll talk about something that isn't really happening. He'll build some kind of straw man. They'll go, and all these gamergators are doing this, and it'll just be something he's made up. And then he'll tear down the straw man he's just built as if it's some kind of gotcha moment to every single person out there he disagrees with. It's just the worst. It's honestly unbearable.
If Samuel's working on the sprinklers, some damage.
Oh, my chest.
You okay?
Yeah, it's fine. It's just a bit sore.
But Evan is right there.
Hey,
Shit.
Can I link to part 2? Yeah, if you want. I think links are allowed in the chat. I'm not sure.
Other way.
Hi Jacob, it's Jack from the server.
Evan will see me.
I don't know who you are.
And he sounds like he's in the mood to get me in trouble.
Like what server? What? I don't.
Max would have jumped on that photographer position.
Now we don't have any bots or anything on this on my streams because they're way too small to need to implement that. There's literally 2 people aside from myself who are mods. One of them is playing the game right now. That's Gemma, and the other one is Shadow White. I wasn't in Harry Potter. I was in Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. Most of my footage was cut, except for a small stunt I did, which you can just about make out in the background, where I jump out of the path of an oncoming car, which I was paid £250 for. People ask, but people have said this to me, brought this up before and said, why did you take a part in a Harry Potter film when you hate Harry Potter? Well, this was before I was selling river tours, for one thing, so to me the idea of making £250 for a day's work was unheard of. I'd never... That was mad at the time. I like doing stunts, I like working on movies. So I took the part. I've never seen the film, but I am told you can see that it's me during that stunt, and I know that you can see that it's me because my ex-girlfriend tweeted about it. Unfortunately, I'm blocked, so I can't print the tweet because I wanted to frame it. Because I think this is the funniest review I ever got for anything acting-based. But she said, watching Fantastic Beasts, very satisfied to watch my ex-boyfriend get hit by a car. Again, I've never seen the film, but I'm glad that particular stunt made it into the movie. So if anyone has seen the film and has seen that scene, let me know how it turned out, because eventually I'll watch it for free, but I'm not spending money on something Harry Potter related. It only encourages them to make more of them.
But Evan will see me for sure, and he sounds like he's in the mood to get me in trouble. If I could scare that bird far enough away.
The channel is named Michael the War simply because I didn't want to use my real name at first. I don't care anymore, obviously, but there was a time when Toby and I both cared very much about our anonymity, and then it got to the point where we realised it didn't matter, because if people wanted to know who we are, they'd just find out anyway. But Michael the War was the name of the channel simply because I was and continue to be a big fan of the video game and cult comic book Shadow Man, which is the name of the protagonist in the video game and of certain versions of the comic. As simple as that. No exciting reason behind it. I just really liked that character. I thought he was interesting.
One small flight for this bird, one giant leap backward for Chloe Price.
I'm scaring a bird, Jacob.
Bots? What rhymes with bots, Jacob? What subhuman, filthy subspecies rhymes with bots? I don't know. It doesn't. I don't know if it rhymes. I mean, oh, thoughts. Yeah, thoughts rhymes. Yeah, that's what I meant. The based King David should fuck the thought out of Chloe. Good lord.
Perfect.
Awesome. Now I just have to wait for Samuel to turn on the... That works.
Why are you asking me to sing? I'm not going to.
Why does he want you to sing?
I don't know. It's the same guy that always asks me to play Dark Souls, I think.
Ah, that darker for the ninja thing.
Yeah, that guy.
Sorry.
By the power of this spoon, go tidy my room. Bum, ba-da-da-da-dum, da-dum, da-dum. Remember that fucking advert?
Yeah.
The guy had a magic spoon and Snap, Crackle and Pop cleaned his bedroom for him.
Yep.
Little shit. Clean your own fucking room. Why'd you let your room get like that in the first place, you little bastard?
I had to scare a bird, Jacob.
Yeah, Logan's doing much better. He's back home now. We celebrated last night before the stream, obviously, while he was still up, with pizza and a movie. He chose the movie. He's been choosing films he hasn't seen from sort of a stack lately. He chose the movie last night, and he chose tonight's movie. He chose last night. He chose The Incredible Shrinking Man, which he loved, and tonight he chose The Invasion of the Body Snatchers, which he also loved. But he said he couldn't pick a favourite of the two.
I really can't just let you go in.
Come on, Skip. I break the rules.
Remember in the first game when What's-Her-Face killed herself by jumping from this building? Yeah, because stuff happens in the first one. It's still barely a game, but at least it's like a visual novel. Like, there's a fucking plot. It sucks, but it's still a plot.
You're just gonna have to let this slide.
I don't think I can. In fact,
I was super proud of Logan, actually, because on the DVD of Invasion of the Body Snatchers, there's an option to, you can watch the original or you can watch it colorized. So it's the same film, but they've obviously added color in. And even though he's 7 years old, he has to watch the original black and white. So I was just like, best kid, 10 out of 10. 100 out of 100, best kid. And some people say, oh, kids today, they won't watch a black and white film. I'm like, bullshit. Gemma's son's fucking 7 years old. Not only has he watched black and white films, he's watched silent films. I watched The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari with him. Like, don't act like kids won't, you know. Kids just want to play iPads all day. I'm like, that's because you let them. Teach your kids some culture and they'll appreciate it.
If you keep violating students' personal rights, you're going to get fired.
it's not like that. Do you know what Wells would do to me if I didn't, you know, patrol?
You know Wells doesn't really respect you, right? You're just a rent-a-cop who needs a haircut.
I thought we were friends. Where is this?
Well, there's nothing wrong inherently with colorizing a film, other than you're tampering with the director's original vision. You know, it's like, it'd be like if somebody other than George Lucas did the special edition of Star Wars, you know. You're going in and adding something that shouldn't be there.
I'm really sorry, Chloe.
To be honest, I'm not really a big fan of colorized films anyway. They always look a little bit strange. I think a lot of the time films that were shot on black and white, the cinematographer was aware that the film was going to be black and white, and they lit and shot it for black and white. So it always just looks a little bit kind of crappy when they add colours to it.
Is on fire, dude. Is
My uterus is on fire!
descriptive enough?
I don't want to know about
En fuego utero, Skip. En fuego utero.
Still in France, it's in Spanish. En fuego utero.
I'm here.
Yeah, Logan is Gemma's boy.
Thank God. I'm
Yeah, Jacob's a stepfather.
Wells, do what you have to do, okay?
Yeah, so do not talk to me or my wife's son again. I love how this game is lowering the tone. Like, what's amazing is we're not exactly the most cultured bunch, you know, on these streams. And somehow we've gone from talking about black and white films to burning uteruses. And it's the game that lowered the tone, not us.
Yep.
I'll take a moment to actually revel in that.
Alright, which one is Drew's room?
Oh my god, hey, remember these locations from the first game? Like, I feel like it would be better
Name on one of these.
if you actually created a game with an interesting story rather than just,
Senior year.
you know, riding the coattails of your predecessor, which in and of itself wasn't good.
Could Elliot be lamer if he tried? Elliot Hampton's room.
Why has he written thou? He doesn't say thou. He's drawn Gandalf. It's obviously what he means. Couldn't you get the copyright?
Maybe the writers like fucked up because they're fucking masses.
Elliot does work really hard. I guess I'm happy for him. The world breaks everyone, and afterward, some are strong at the broken places.
Yeah, this isn't even strange, is it? You know, in the first game it's like Life is Strange. You know, because it's full of time travel, beached whales and murder. And suicide and weird viral videos that almost certainly wouldn't go viral. But in this game it's like, Life is Strange, man. There's lots of like, going through people's drawers and walking.
Way more artistic. Wait, are these about me? What the fuck, Elliot? Wow. I remember this show. Crazy enough to hold on to this picture for so long.
Remember when life was cool? No. No, I don't.
Nice. Lucky Dana.
Life is autistic before the re.
Warren Graham is such a nerd.
I'll grant you, Ed Wood made some awful movies, but so many even more awesomely terrible movies came out after Plan 9 from Outer Space. It's called the worst movie ever made, but have you seen Night of the Lepus? What's a bunch of space zombies compared to giant carnivorous rabbits? Warren.
Okay, Warren, go fuck yourself.
Huh. There's way less porn here than I would have thought. I've never been able to get Elliot to play for me. I guess he's either really good or really bad. I knew Elliot did well in class, but I didn't realize he was here on a full ride. Elliot's kind of prepped.
No, Callum, literally nothing has happened.
He does belong in the wrong way.
At all. Father Cobe, what have I missed? I didn't make it to the last two streams. Well, the first stream was high energy. We had a good time. But in the game, nothing has happened. And that's not me being facetious. Nothing has happened. There is no plot. At the moment, you're just walking around high school, which you've been expelled from, but you seem to be, well, not high school, private school. You seem to just be able to wander around. There's a girl who looks like a robot that you play Dungeons and Dragons with. Lesbian Turok is Rachel Amber. I'm very disappointed by what she looks like. I mean, she's hot, but, you know, I thought she was gonna... I mean, the way people went on about her, you know.
Yep.
I mean, for this game's graphics, she looks good.
Yeah.
So yeah, you hang out with Rachel Amber and you accidentally start a forest fire and it's not really plot relevant, and you have a dream about your dad and he's all scarred from fire even though he died in a car crash.
Yep.
Good. Drew's not here. Okay. If I were Drew, where would I hide my money? Holy shit, Drew. A college scholarship? No wonder that the dinner choices are steak or steak. For the love of God.
There was... See, there were memes in the previous episodes, you know, we had fuck cameras.
Yep.
That was a pretty great time for everyone.
Guess I have to crack a 4-digit code.
Oh, by the way, the one thing you did miss, if this is your first one, is that we've decided... We looked at the stepdad's head, the sort of chess piece looking motherfucker that he is, and we discovered something very important. He is Neo Cortex.
Yep.
So hopefully we'll see him again in the game and you can really soak in his cortexiness. But that's why he's put all those security cameras around, to try and catch that damn bandicoot.
Awesome. Looks like Mikey's been staying here with Drew. Mikey's figures. Playing that game yesterday was actually fun.
The Roblox fucking creepypasta wiki is the worst. I ventured there once with Alexo to guide me, and never again. Yeah, so the plot of this game is you must find and devour the 7 crystal babies, or spend eternity trapped in deep didgeridoo.
Frank wasn't lying. Looks like Drew sells happy pills to his fellow meatheads. So many folks are shit out of luck around here. At least Drew has some prospects.
I can't work out when this game takes place, like what year.
2010 apparently.
Damn it.
It doesn't look like 2010. Because everyone's got really old-ass looking technology, but at the same time everyone has, like, phones with colour screens and everything. And, you know, I think you can probably camera phones. They seem like modern smartphones, basically. But all the other technology seems really old, except the computers. It's really fucking weird. Mind you, that computer looks quite old. But some of them seem to be, like, quite normal looking. Then you get all these tube TVs and radios and, like, CD players and stuff. Like, it feels like about 2004.
Damn it. Wrong numbers.
What year is this?
Drew was this good at plenty of possible combinations here.
Fucking Mary Wampa. When it's good, has literally anything fucking happening? No. Life is Trump before the salt. Anything gonna happen?
Yes.
Oh, you figured out the code then?
Yeah.
This is kind of fun. No, it isn't! This is not fun, Chloe.
Did little Drew beat
You
too?
fucking sadist.
Jackpot.
I don't know if I can steal from this guy. I mean, he's not disabled.
Okay, got the money.
Oh shit, he's coming back in his bedroom.
Hey, Elamon.
I'm robbing you.
What are you doing here?
I was looking for your brother, but he's not here, so...
Why?
Bro, we gotta go.
What are you doing here? Doesn't matter. Mikey, get your stuff. Let's move. Drew, relax. Go down.
Well, now you're certainly not going to get away with robbing him, surely.
Shit. You're making me think you're nervous about something.
Who the hell is that?
No one. Stay in here and don't say anything, little brother. Whatever you do, Don't open the door.
Oh my god, is some conflict happening? About 4 hours into the game.
Yep.
You shouldn't have come here. School's not the place for this. Really? Where is the place to collect my fucking money? I told you. I don't.
Something's happening, but it's behind the door.
Nobody wants to get
This game is actually fucking with us, isn't it?
It's spring season. We just started.
It's like hinting at a story. Honestly, this is like a 5-minute shot of somebody sweeping a floor. It's like, fuck you. It's a middle finger. This whole game is a middle finger to the player. That doesn't seem like a nice way to treat your audience.
Yeah. Bet $1,000 would mean a lot to them right now. Where's my money?
Everyone's just like, where's my fucking money, Denny, in the chat?
Where's my money, Denny? Do you want my money? I want my fucking money.
Just give me 1 week. You're just going to lie there? I thought football players were supposed to be tough.
I'm just waiting for the game to fuck this all up. But yeah, some people are saying something interesting is happening. Yeah, it's happening behind a door.
Fuck.
Alright, guys. Give Damon
Okay, in the chat, stay with Mikey or give Damon the money. This feels like this might actually have an effect on the plot, dare I say? What little plot there is. So what should we do? Wow, oh, hold on. It's pretty even, actually. Okay, well, to be fair, you guys, you're typing your answer more than once. All right, please don't. All right, it seems pretty even.
All right, Jacob.
Have you got a coin?
Not on me, no.
But I haven't got any in my wallet because I always toss them in that fucking jar. We can't open it, sometimes you have to actually open it. You have to actually break to open. Alright, I'm gonna toss something. It's not a coin. I'm gonna toss my fucking debit card.
Alright.
Alright. This side, give him the money. This side, stay with Mikey. I'm just gonna flick it like it's a coin. Give money, fam.
Give Damon money.
Stop! It's okay. I've got your money.
Ah, didn't realize we had an audience. Hey, Mikey. Okay.
I love what the people who make the Life is Strange games think dangerous criminals look like.
Yeah.
That's what Frank was going on about? Wait. Are you the bitch who tuned up Sheldon?
That guy at the mill?
He was an asshole. He kept harassing me. He needed to get the message.
Frank was right about you. Let's see the cash.
We need that.
He smacked me in the head, but it hurt my wrist.
It's all here. Mikey, you need to help your big brother. Help him understand that I take this shit seriously.
Come on. Mikey's got nothing to do with this, man.
You help your brother understand that if he steals from me again, I'm coming back here and I'm going to break his knees. Thanks, kid. Tell Frank I owe him one.
I thought it was the soy boy from the first episode, but I don't think it is, actually, upon closer inspection.
We needed that money. You just screwed us over.
Are you crazy?
What could you possibly have needed it for?
Told you.
You don't know anything about this situation. It's none of your business.
Yes, it is. Mikey's my friend. I don't want him to get hurt.
Neither do I. Mikey, I gotta look at your arm. Just leave us alone.
Just apologise and leave, I guess.
Look, I'm sorry.
Sorry doesn't get our dad off the streets, does it?
We'll be okay.
It's like some fucking criminal, like, beating your brother up outside. I'm like, we needed that money. I'm like, well, clearly you need to give it to this guy. Like, you screwed us over. No. This is the... Me stealing the money would have screwed you over. Giving it to the dangerous criminal who's after you because you owe him money is stopping him from beating you to death. This is unusual.
Yep.
If the money was for disabled kids, she would have kept it. Never letting that die. The bitch who stole from the disabled. Alright guys, I think we're going back to nothing now for a while. Perhaps for the remainder of the game. In fact, there's the blazing forest fire we caused. It's kind of seeming like a backdrop more than a plot point, I've got to be honest.
Yep. I walk a lonely road, the only one that I have ever known. Don't know where it goes.
Who is this person and why is he dressed like Scorpion? No, not Scorpion. Rain. Rain was the purple one.
This day has been so messed up. And that's before having to watch Victoria.
Why he broke his arm even though he got hit in the face.
At least I can be here for Rachel. If I can find her. Hey, Samantha. Shh.
Nathan, please.
I can't do it, Dad. I'm sorry.
Keep your voice down. Now listen
Hey,
to
Hayden.
me.
Address me as Ferdinand, good lady.
All right. Hey, Ferdinand.
Sup, Chloe? I mean, sup, fair maiden.
Great method acting.
Really? Thanks.
Yeah, if this was
SG.
acted and edited better, that could have been a good joke that actually landed.
Yep.
Too bad everyone involved in this is a complete fucking jackass.
Possible
Yep.
scenarios involving Victoria Chase.
Yeah, I get the feeling that what happened with the arm is that when he hit him, he's supposed to have landed bad on his arm, but it's just animated really fucking poorly. So nothing is illustrated. Maybe go to a close-up of the arm when he hits the ground so you can see that it bends unnaturally or something.
Tell me, young lady, do you still believe true love exists?
Sure, I think so. But it's a lot weirder and scarier than poets and pop songs make it out to be.
You might be surprised, my dear. Budding dramaturge, may your propitious appearance counteract the tragedy of Stephanie Gingrich's sudden recusal. An emergency, she says.
Word.
Stephanie was our lion of the light board, but platitudinal though it may be, the show must sojourn forth.
Nobody fucking talks like that.
That dude is
No one.
weird.
Yep.
I was just thinking Frank Miller, actually. Like, I was reminded of Sin City with the, you know, the two overly eloquent thugs. I'm trying to picture them, but I'm picturing one of them as Audrey's husband from the 3rd season of Twin Peaks, and I don't think it was played by him, but that's who I'm picturing in my mind, because it's been a long time since I saw the film.
Sports just look so... You'd think having a jock for a brother would protect you from getting hurt. Man, I hope my
Yeah,
kid-
Chloe's parents are like the best characters in it, which makes you hate her even more. Because she's got a really good home life. Yes, she lost her biological father, who for all accounts seems to have been a really nice guy. And that's obviously going to cause some emotional trouble. But that's really it.
Yep.
Got this. Oh shit. I can't do this. I'm going to ruin the play. What are you two doing here? Or did you forget? You let this loser dropout sabotage you. Just like she tried to sabotage me yesterday. But really, I should be thanking you. Now I have everything I wanted.
Yeah, I'm really confused by the whole forest fire thing.
So I guess we're both doing great. Now please leave so I can get ready for my performance.
Even though I wish I was the one performing tonight, Victoria, I really am happy for you. I hope it's everything you want it to be.
I think she has to talk like that because she's got a fucking feather in hanging out of her ear, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Should I get Victoria to quit or support Victoria?
See it to the chat again. Get Victoria to quit or support Victoria. Yeah, but she's got the kind of like far away fucking stare, like of the noble savage, you know. And just like, we have a saying, even though the wheel pulls the cart, an ox cannot overturn a mountain. Now stop that. You're talking like a song from The Lion King. This is my favourite comment of the stream so far. I'm so glad Rachel Amber ends up dead in a ditch. I also quite like this one. I don't care because the outcome will be the same. Everyone's saying get Victoria to quit, so let's do that.
Yeah.
Rachel might be taking the high road, but not me. I know how much she wants to perform. All I need to do is convince Victoria that it's in her best interest to quit. I don't know. Have you really thought this through, Victoria? Performing tonight could be the equivalent of social suicide.
Shiver me giblets. Get to the chopper, ladies and gentlemen. Just do a thing.
Sarah like you?
Oh god. My friend Harry from work, who I never talk to out of season, just messaged me. Jacob, I need your help.
Telling you how terrible you
Why?
are tonight. You should listen to
I'm in a
your
meme war
voices.
with an American. Send the worst you've got.
I'd expect trash.
Oh god, this couldn't have come.
High school is war. Theater is that part of war where you get impaled
That's
by a
a
spear and you shoot your
worse
guts out and
time.
all your friends abandon you.
I have recently. I don't need to speak as I type, by the way, it's just so people in the chat know what I'm typing. I have recently replaced my phone and haven't
Understudy is a funny word, don't you think? Kind of tells
updated
you
my
exactly
meme
where on the social hierarchy you
catalog
belong.
yet.
I mean, you just tried
Oh, I also got a Snapchat.
It would be almost fun if it wasn't so funny. Maybe next time, think more about your audience. I mean, you're you, and I'm me. What could you possibly say to me that could mean anything?
Tea? For your instrument. We want you at your best tonight.
Do I have a vomiting emoji for this? There we are.
Okay, V. Time to shine.
Well, best of luck to you, Harry, with your meme war. I wish I could help.
I did.
Oh, hey.
She slipped pills into Victoria Tracy's tea.
Again, these are the heroes.
Yeah.
I guess Prospera knows all.
I steal from the blacks. I steal from the disabled. I drug the popular girls. But it's okay because I don't rape them afterwards. Ba-da-ba-boo. But it's all just to make Turok happy. Yeah.
A misfortune most unkind has befallen us. Juliet is waylaid.
Grab a couple of these, slip them in the bubbly.
Closing down the road and
Because we're about to have a party.
would that she could but manifest on her master's whims a true spirit. Alas, devoid of an understudy, the situation is a dire one indeed.
I learnt today
They have to cancel.
that the Brazilian wandering spider,
Truly,
in addition to being the most poisonous spider on the planet, will give you an enormous and uncontrollable erection when you die. Somebody mentioned Viagra in the chat. So, what we ought to be doing, I mean, we ought to be putting millions of dollars into medical research for spider Viagra. Oh, we don't need to because they're doing that. That's what we're wasting millions on.
Yeah.
Shall we come up with a cure for cancer? No, let's use spider venom to make our dicks work better.
What?
So 90-year-olds can keep having sex. 90-year-olds don't need to have sex. They shouldn't even be alive. They're 90.
We could step in for Juliet. No fucking chance. At least until the room.
We've cured too much.
romantic.
She's the right fit for Juliet's costume.
She is indeed. Tell me, my dear, have you ever acted before?
Oh, yeah, have you ever acted before?
She's being modest. We play improv games all the time. And she's fantastic.
My dear, what if I told you that the entire fate of the production rests upon your slender shoulders?
You literally drugged a girl. I think she needs to go to hospital.
Please.
Could someone check she's breathing? No one's gonna call an ambulance. This is such a funny caper. You drugged someone.
Yep.
Put her in the recovery position and call 911 immediately.
Yep.
You seriously have to memorize all of this?
Like she could die. I'm still on this, guys. Like the entire fate of the production rests on your shoulders. I think there's blood coming out of her mouth. This is not good.
Yep.
When life gives you lipstick, use it to tag shit. Got it.
She really plans to kill Rachel. Yeah, well, Rachel ends up fucking dead anyway, so it doesn't matter.
I am not just being dramatic. Why does it feel like Steph is mocking me from afar? The only thing worse than looking at spandex is being... Looks like I'm late. As usual.
Oh damn, I wasn't quick enough on the jaw when she had the lipstick noose. I should have made a Logan Paul joke. Someone in the chat beat me to it. Give it to me straight. Has anything interesting happened? Yes, we drugged someone and nobody cared, and some kind of drug dealer came and assaulted the two black kids, and one of them ended up with a broken arm.
'Tis a good dullness, and give it way. I know thou canst not choose. Come away, servant. Come. Ah, shit. I'm on.
That's you.
I am ready now.
Get up there.
Approach, my Ariel. Come. Damn it. No problem. I've got this. I just walk to Rachel.
How is this a game?
Say my line. All hail, great mistress. I come to answer thy best pleasure. Most fearless, generous spirit. Hast thou performed to point the tempest that I bade thee? I brought a storm across the 7 seas, raining and raining. Shit. The king's own ship I saw such rain assail, and by this detail knew it for thy work. Well done. Who was so firm, so constant?
Oh god, this is boring.
Oil would not infect his.
But I'm just so happy to see them in fancy costumes, because it's a bit different to seeing them in t-shirts and jeans and walking around. Now they're standing around, so that's a novelty.
Cried, hell is here, and all the devils are here, because hell is here.
Close enough.
But are they, Ariel? Safe? Alright. I guess this is when I'm supposed to walk somewhere. I want to play her part. I'm definitely supposed to do something with this.
Well, the game's flat up telling you what to do. That's nice. As if the game isn't fucking bad enough, you know?
And as thou baddest me, I have dispersed them about the isle in groups.
What's Juliet's ETA?
Ariel, thy charge exactly is performed, but there's more work. Is there more toil? Let me remember thee what thou hast promised. How?
Wow. There is no bottom to how bad this can get.
My liberty.
Indeed.
Thy liberty? Nay, this most of all I will not grant. That's not her line, is it? What's going on?
You fucked up your line, and this is improv.
How dearly I hold thee.
That's what's happening.
My habit's been to keep my soul well draped.
It's called acting. Maybe look into it. And writing as well. And how not every idea you have is a good one, and just because you have a successful video game doesn't mean you have to make a prequel when there isn't any more story to tell, when there was very little story to tell in the first place.
Then why, I pray you, wish you to be free? Excitement's a mere counterfeit of bliss. These storms and these adventures, I prefer to know thou still cared for my...
Oh god, please no. Is this really getting a sequel?
I have thee in my grasp. I will
Surely not.
I will not see thee flying forth alone. The envy would be more than I could bear. So come with me. Is that not in thy power? Spirit, take my hands. Most faithful friend, for but a little longer I beseech.
What the fuck is this?
And thy service to my schemes. And when they are complete, I swear to thee, we shall fly beyond this isle. The corners of the world are mere prologue. I'll seek to make thy happiness so great that e'en the name of liberty's forgot. What says thou to my most Yes, I am most pleased. Your duty done for now, so go forth hence with haste. I've work to do.
Thanks, Chloe.
Well done. An admirable effort. And the ending, absolutely transformative. I am humbled.
I feel like no matter what you pressed, that would have gone fine.
What the hell just happened? Was that real?
No, it wasn't.
Shake it off. Come on. We'll visit Caliban, my slave.
'Tis a villain, sir. I do not love to look on.
He does make our fire, fetch in our wood. What ho! Slave! Caliban! Come forth, I say! On!
They haven't even animated the fucking audience. Look at that.
As we could do.
The amount of money they make for these games versus how much they spend, it's extraordinary. It's like the Asylum Pictures of video games.
Filth as thou art, I have lodged thee in mine own cell, till thou didst seek to violate the honor of my child.
What ho? More like thought ho, am I right? Nailed it.
He's crying. Fetch us in fuel, and be quick. So, slave, hence.
Fuck you.
The audience is a fucking group of untextured Unity templates. That wouldn't surprise me. I think you might actually be... Like, normally I'd be like, oh, is that a joke? But considering this was actually made in Unity, and I don't know a damn thing about Unity, I'm going to take your word for it that that's actually what they did.
What is it? A spirit? It carries a brave form. 'Tis a spirit.
No, wench. It eats and sleeps and hath such senses as we have.
I will resist such entertainment.
Put thy sword up, traitor!
Do you love me?
O heaven, O earth, bear witness to this sound. I, beyond all limit of what else in the world do love, pride, and honor.
His tears run down his beard like winter's drops from eaves of reeds.
Go release them, Ariel. My charms I'll break. Their senses I'll restore. And they shall
This
heal
game,
themselves.
the frustration of it all, it's like an extremely long joke with no punchline. It's probably the only way I can describe it adequately.
Paths mine own. Pray, release me from my bands, with the help of your good hands.
Well, fuck cameras, am I right? Don't applaud this shit. Oh, not as dead as Victoria, who's decomposing backstage right now. Now, if somebody could just fire up the oven, I'll just climb in. That'll be just fine. Who the fuck is that?
She was the one that kissed Ray Lambert mom, like dad, and then also came out in the army at one point.
Okay. Is something gonna happen? Is something gonna happen? Or are we just waiting around for nothing? That's a new song I'm working on. It's a work in progress, don't judge it too harshly. Can the end of this game just be Arcadia Bay getting consumed by fire? I don't think I've ever wanted characters to perish in fire so much since I watched Fireman Sam, the CGI remake, and the little ginger kid.
When he hears that fire alarm.
What's the fucking ginger kid called in the new Fireman Sam?
Norman.
Norman. I want him to fucking perish in flames. But second to him are these people.
My name is Norman and I want to climb this mountain in Snowdonia.
No more nerves, just the adrenaline.
I live in a little village outside of Cardiff.
Timer, are you proud of yourself?
That's my Welsh accent.
Yeah, I feel really awesome. If you told me this morning I'd be this happy tonight. You've gone through so much shit today. Right now is pretty good. Okay, the whole
I hate those fucking lumberjack shirts.
Yeah. It was magical.
You're one of those, you basically broadcast to the world, hi, I'm a big stupid feminist. Everything I believe is garbage and I have a sense of self-entitlement.
Yep. That's the outfit that Max started wearing in Live Strange One, remember that?
I don't remember that, no, because I don't care.
That's because everyone goes on about how she looks like Rachel Lambert, which she's trying to be.
For real. For real. Huh?
But you won't leave because you're going to get murdered by a teacher
Like I said last night.
who looks exactly like me. Which is great for me because it means I get to fantasize about murdering these people.
But that was...
Don't say it was just a crazy thought. You mean it. I can tell. You want this.
Yeah.
Life is strangle everyone, please.
Eventually. Let's go now. Didn't we already agree on stage?
We can't just...
Why not?
How far could we possibly get without a car? I thought you were fixing that truck in the jungle. I was just seeing if I could.
Well, can you or can't you?
Gemma, I need you to be doing this. You can't be on your phone.
Maybe.
You gotta sacrifice your free time to Life is Strange before the storm.
But you don't even
But you
know
know
what
what?
shape it's in. I don't need to, because I know you.
Life is crawling before the skin.
In other words, we've got transportation covered.
I know our parents have been shitty, but
No, they haven't, actually. Chloe. Your parents have been fucking amazing. I would have sent you to reform school for half of what you've done.
Yep.
Wouldn't it hurt your mom? She doesn't deserve that, right? I don't deserve to live in the middle of my parents' mistakes. Right. Of course you don't.
Yes, Red Gutu, she's murdered. I mentioned earlier, she's murdered by a teacher in the first game, because it's a prequel, who looks just like me, and it's really funny.
Yep.
And that was one of my favourite things about that game, was every time he came on, it was just like, you know, Cope. Because I'm in love with myself. I have narcissistic personality disorder, whatever it's called. I don't really. It's just this game reminds me of Tumblr, and therefore I have to give myself fake mental health problems.
Yep.
Figure it out, Chloe. Anyway, I've got more than enough to start us out. I always get birthday money from my dad. Or should I say, hush money.
I remember Mr. Jefferson being the murderer, because doesn't he like tie Max up and like videotape her and stuff?
Yep.
Fine then, drama queen. Where are we going? You tell me. What uniquely twisted location is Chloe Price plus Rachel Landon? Why don't you show me LA? Perfect. 60 degrees every night. You and me on the Santa Monica Pier, forging on food truck food.
This isn't a storyline. This is just a bunch of stuff. You can't hang a video game on this. Especially as there's no actual gameplay. It's just dialogue trees. And very basic rudimentary puzzles.
And I'll say, back off. She's with me. You're full of shit. I love this time of night. Don't you just...
I just look like how fucking heavy-handed this. Don't you just feel like everything's possible when you're so alive and not murdered and buried in a bunch of fucking garbage bags? Isn't it great? There's like the flashback to a cop's family in a cop movie before they got murdered. Oh, I baked you some cookies, cop husband, because I just love being alive and not on fire.
Yep.
Who are those criminals with that gasoline? It's like, come on.
Chloe, what would it take to convince you?
How about the game ends now and I get my money back?
Girl and girl kissing happening.
Oh shit, son. They don't actually look like they are kissing because the animators couldn't even get that right. Literally just motion cap two people kissing.
Is that convincing enough? Yeah.
It's so awkward.
It's like heavy rain level of awkward.
How is this so unsexy? Like I can't bear. I genuinely can't bear to look at this.
Holy shit.
It's like, oh, it's so magical. Look at the snow. That's ash from the fucking forest fire. Yep, there's the cloud look. Remember that fire we started that's consuming the whole town? Is anyone going to do anything about that? Is like the fire department coming?
Yep. It's a sign.
I think we should leave tonight. Really? If you want to, I'm ready. Let's go sneak some clothes and stuff from my house. For you or for me? I gotta say, my clothes look damn good on you. Cool. Let's do it. And then we'll get the hell out of Arcadia Bay. That sounds perfect.
I hope that the ash is falling from the sky because it's a Fire Nation raid. Hey, we could be playing Silent Hill right now.
Of course, I want to play that. Can I play Silent Hill?
I'm taking it as a sign. Someone's like, a sign that both of you belong in the fucking oven. It doesn't matter because they both die. None of this fucking matters because they both die as teenagers and their lives mean nothing.
I'm going to the toilet. Entertain the chat.
Fuck it, I'm gonna field questions for a bit while Gemma does a wee-wee. Or a poo.
Wee-wee.
She's going for a wee-wee. Alright, so we have less time, but I'll still field questions. Are you wanking over Chloe x Rachel? Mate, I am bashing the meat. I've got such an erection right now it can fit into my mouth. I'm just schlupping the sausage right now. Just nom nom nom. That's the sound of me sucking my own wiener. Was this piece of shit at least on sale? Oh yeah, it was on sale. We've already made the money back on Super Chat. But even so, it was fucking shockingly bad. That's me jerking it, guys. And definitely not me tugging on my own cheek. Wanking before the Saturday. Now that's an OG fan right there. That's someone who's been with us a long time. Fucking busting out the wanking sat references. The Video Game Awards are bullshit, man. I remember the year Arkham Asylum came out and it was nominated for like nothing. Mark fucking Hamill didn't even get nominated for voice actor. Like Vin Diesel won and it was up against a bunch of other cunts. Life is Brit before the bros. Brits before bros, my friends. See, they say Brits before hoes, but also Brits before bros. Honestly, if I could have paid to make Darkland exactly the way it needs to be, with all the money in it and all the best actors I could afford and everything, I'd have let Harvey Weinstein reshape my rectum. I'm joking, of course. I wouldn't do something like that because I have some fucking integrity.
Yep. Our surprise star returns. You're just in time. Dinner's almost ready. Chloe, was it?
Life is Jacob before the French. Life is French before the champagne, boys. I don't want to make it in the industry, Hex Cubed. I don't. I want to make my show. I keep making Bad Creepypasta, and eventually I want Darkland to be released, and the Bad Creepypasta movie, and any other film projects I want to work on. I'll probably make about 5 movies in my entire life, because I have very little money to do them. But I'd rather have my integrity than work in this disgusting industry of degenerates. Genuinely, I hate Hollywood. I hate everything it stands for. It's full of paedophiles and rapists, and all these big celebrities that are, you know, taking a stand against sexual harassment aren't doing it because they just found out. They always knew. They're doing it because you just found out.
Funny, this one.
And quite frankly, that's not an industry I want to be a part of. So I'm going to continue making making the kind of films that I make on a shoestring budget for my incredibly small YouTube audience, because I'd rather that than sell my fucking soul.
Would you join us for dinner, please? Of course.
Oh, I mean, with luck I landed on the ground. That's what I meant.
Don't be long. In the meantime,
Fucking getting too serious over here.
sure thing, Mrs. Amber.
People's parents on TV. You and me. Yeah, I like the folks on TV, but they don't dress like me. La 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 la.
Totally. Your parents love me. They're good at coming off that way, but don't let your guard down. And Chloe, we just need to make it through dinner. Try not to say anything that I would normally say. Exactly. Just some quality time with the Ambers.
When are you planning on doing a sequel to immature games? It's one of those weird things I've joked about doing again, and like maybe do another Super Brick Brothers one day. There's a lot of like things that are just haven't worked, that just didn't work out as a show. Do you know who Mr. Medcore is? Yes, I quite like him. Jim, he's a funny guy.
Rachel really was an overachiever before.
That's another reason I don't want to get successful, because I'll wind up on one of his videos being berated for something.
Everything about this house is nicer.
We had a story to go with this painting, but it was far too intense. So we just threw something together with vampires. Enjoy! Will the BCP anniversary ever happen again? We are planning something, something of an announcement video, but with like lots of clips and lots of information for this year, for the 5-year, because it's the 5-year anniversary this year, and we'd like to release something, even if it's not particularly amazing, even if it's not as good as the documentaries we did. We're still hoping to release something, you know.
I think that's an original Who Gives a Shit.
Fuck you.
I bet there's like not even a single Cheeto stuck in this thing.
What's funny about the
Without having to read about it afterwards.
about that thing, the Dead Channel thing, is when our channel got loads of our videos got demonetized at once. That actually wasn't one of them.
Holy shit.
I was like, you cannot monetize this video. Well, YouTube thought otherwise. They demonetized like fucking 80% of our stuff, but that was left alone.
Literary pants around here. Something about this photo doesn't seem right. If I open this, will skeletons come spilling out? No skeletons.
If I open this, will skeletons come spilling out? What? What are you talking about?
So clean. I bet Rose would kill it with my mom at the diner. Rachel and I both had great childhoods. Mine just ended a little before hers, I guess. Hiya, Mr. Amber.
Chloe, what can I do for you?
So, you're a district attorney, huh?
I'm your district attorney.
So, I can call you if I'm ever district arrested?
What?
What would you be arrested for?
It was a joke. Not a good one, clearly. Your daughter's pretty great.
Thank you. We're fond of her as well.
You ever feel like she's so awesome at everything that you just wanna shake her? Yeah.
Someone wrote this! Somebody wrote this fucking shit.
I thought Rachel was perfectly cast.
She certainly was. We're very proud of her. I had no idea they were going to do that.
Do what?
I don't know the name for it. Reverse casting? Casting a woman as a man?
Oh, I just meant the wizard part.
I suppose that's also true.
Duty calls. Hey, good chat, Mr. Amber.
Mm-hmm.
Was she gonna go off and on about what a bastard he is? Like, he seems normal, a little boring, and maybe not as polite as he could be, but seems fine. She's probably gonna be like, God, what an asshole! What a fascist! He's count of Arcadia Base. What a fascist! That's how they talk.
Solved it.
Yes, they did do the Inner Machinations of My Mind or an Enigma. If you have me on Twitter, it's already up there. Like, it's already been tweeted. In fact, a few people did it, but the one I liked the most got tweeted.
I'm so glad you're joining us.
Well, I don't know if it's the one I liked the most, but it was in like higher resolution. It looked really crisp and clean. Whereas some of the other ones have been kind of they'd like obviously like screen grabbed it from the stream. You know, like fucking hit print screen.
I guess I see a bird.
Interesting.
I'm if incels versus Antifa, who wins? Trick question. Antifa are incels.
So, you putting me to work or what?
Yes. If you could please take 4 plates from the cupboard and set them on the table.
He loves cameras. You get the fuck out of here. Fuck cameras.
Excuse me?
You said if I could. Never mind.
I said when I said like the dad could stand to be a bit more polite, and someone just wrote in the chat, would you be polite if you came downstairs to find this autistic thought standing in your living room?
You.
Obviously Tiger Mafia would win. Tiger Mafia! Hoffy, we're not making fun of all autistic people, right? It's just a meme. It's like, when you say autist, you're just kind of referring to someone who's like either really amusingly emotional and like screechy over like, you know, usually some kind of like leftist, you know, feminist social justice warrior who like audibly screeches, or some, you know, nutcase deviant art, you know, quote unquote artist who makes Sonic the Hedgehog characters. You know, those are the people that are getting made fun of, not every person who suffers with autism.
Still seems crazy to me. Integrity, honesty, loyalty.
What?
It's on your lawn.
Oh, right. Sorry. I guess I'm still getting used to being an elected official's wife.
Those are some strong words. You think he lives up to them?
What did I miss? Literally nothing. There was a play and it was fucking terrible and everyone liked it in universe for some reason. Because of course they did, because Rachel Amber is like the biggest fucking Mary Sue in video game history.
Check. Anything else?
Actually, could you be a dear and ask Mr. Amber what he'd like to drink with dinner?
I will be.
Oh, and then they kissed and it was really awkward and badly animated. Chloe and Amber, that is. And I don't even know what's going on now.
I should be fine.
Something else?
What's your vice, Mr. Amber?
I'm sorry?
Your wife wants to know what kind of drink you're having.
Ah, let's say sherry.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Sherry.
Comma.
Oh my god, I want to die.
Maybe you could
Fucking god.
Give it a shot.
Rose and
Ah.
they were.
Besides all my bad behavior rubbing off on her, you mean?
I'm fucking stunned.
Another joke.
You tell me.
That 1,
It seemed like you went
2, 3 sherry thing. I just.
this morning.
I still don't believe that happened.
Is her own person. She's responsible for.
This game is rated 18 plus because you need to have alcohol to enjoy it.
I'm actually in pain, Jacob.
Yeah, this is sad. This isn't living.
Thanks.
Something else says 16 plus. Are you one of those degenerates that lives in one of those countries where you can drink when you're like 15, 16? Like Russia, the drinking age in Russia is like 16. And most of Europe, as a matter of fact, we're quite strict over here, with it being 18. I wouldn't give a fucking 16-year-old alcohol. Mind you, I was drinking at 14, so. Even so, I fucking hate teenagers today. I think they're worse than the teenagers of my era.
What did you think of the play?
Rachel was typically amazing, but I never liked The Tempest. What did you think of it?
To be honest, I didn't really read it.
Yes, that was apparent in your performance.
Ouch. Sick burn, Mrs. Amber.
I'm sorry, was that mean?
No.
Monster Girl anime, no thank you.
So, am I crushing it?
This dinner would be taking literally minutes longer without you.
Crushing it.
It's the triangle shape.
I think what it is that I mostly hung out with pretty cool kids. Mind you, when I was a teenager, most of my friends were in their 20s, which I think helped. But I hung out with pretty nice people. There were a lot of dickheads, who were teenagers at the time, who I really fucking hated. So I suppose now that I'm not a teenager and I don't hang around with teenagers, what I see are the dickheads, because the ones that make a lot of noise and are the ones that get your attention. The ones that misbehave in public and are generally unpleasant are the ones that get your attention. Now, those people existed when I was a teenager, but I didn't care because the teenagers I was hanging around with were nice. So I guess that's probably why most people think their generation is better than the next one. Though there are certain things I really don't like about today's kids, though. But when I was talking about Logan earlier, though, I was saying about how it's the parents' fault. These kids are like, oh, they don't care about anything that came out before. They're so current, and they just want to play on iPads all the time. I'm like, if you let them. Logan sat and watched black and white movies with me, fucking silent movies with me. We've read books together. He doesn't just play on iPads all day.
Yeah.
And he's a smart kid because of it, because he's been introduced to a little culture and he's enjoying that culture.
The Amber family and fire. What could possibly go wrong?
So, Chloe, are you and Rachel in any of the same classes?
I wish. Rachel's all honors.
TV ruins your brain. Oh. Well, at least tell me you'll watch Darkland. I want my fans to watch that, because those are the only people I can guarantee will watch it.
Dinner's really good, Mom.
Thank you, Rachel.
Isn't this great? Dinner conversation. Meeting your girlfriend's parents. Does this game exist as like wish fulfillment for somebody who's never had a relationship?
I think so.
Yeah. It's scary.
After those floods upstate, I was overjoyed overjoyed we had less rain this year. Who knew a spring...
Oh, are they talking about the forest fire at last?
You never know where a deadly spark will come from.
It's certainly troubling. The latest report from the Commissioner's office suggests arson.
That's the microphone.
Why would anyone do that?
Any number of reasons. With everything going on in the world today, even a town like Arcadia Bay is not for society.
I cannot imagine how difficult these last few years have been for you, Chloe. Now that you and Rachel have become friends, I want you to know that our home is always open to you.
Cool. Thanks.
Well said, dear. It's imperative in such troubled times as these that we remember what is most important to us. Family. Family's not merely a gift. It is a responsibility. As such, those we love must be cared for and never, ever taken for granted.
What's amazing is, yeah, several people will have worked on this.
Alright, ask the chat.
Right, chat, what do you think should happen? Fucking calm Rachel or attack James? Naturally, the chat is saying attack.
Enough of this asshole. Rachel may have to take it, but I don't. I'm going to turn his daughter and wife against him at his own dinner table.
Oh, this can only end well.
I'm not sure I agree, James.
Oh? I thought you would be grateful for
If you ask me, gratitude is just one more way privileged people tell the unprivileged that they should be happy with what they have.
Oh, she didn't just use the terms privilege and unprivileged. And no, that's not an excellent point.
Perspectives.
Well said, Mom.
Still, there must be some room for personal responsibility.
Yes! Yes, there must!
When my mom's boyfriend talks about responsibility, it's always code for him trying to control other people.
What the fuck are you talking about? Also, how is the army a bad thing?
This is why it's so important to invite diverse voices to converse with one another. It's absolutely stimulating.
Highly stimulating.
Since you have answers for everything, Chloe?
Well, she doesn't have the answers. Her point was asinine and had little to do with what you said.
Wisdom about the world.
This conversation isn't even real.
I believe the entire world is a simulation to keep us complacent while machines harvest our energy like...
Okay, and now we're just going mad. All right.
I call this simulation Sleepy Battery Planet.
I'm confused.
It's a joke.
Chloe, I believe your point was a bit too veiled for me to understand.
You've seen the film The Matrix. It was a joke. Okay.
Are you suggesting that I'm using some sort of incognito mode where I can keep my activities hidden? That's crazy.
Excuse me? How dare you talk to me like this?
Talk to you like what? I don't
Yeah, no, indeed. Like,
Yeah, Dad. What is Chloe talking about?
you've come into my house
It's her whole...
and you're just chatting shit at my dinner table. Shut the fuck up.
Microaggressive attitude.
Obviously, microaggressive
These
attitude.
microaggressions are real useful for keeping people in line. Convicts, your wife, your daughter.
Oh my god, you are the fucking worst. How is this the protagonist? Someone who unironically says microaggressions and then talks about the Matrix when asked about politics. How is this? No, she's not right! What's amazing is I'm not even watching like a real conversation, like a real debate with real human beings that are flawed. Someone sat and wrote this.
So we're profiling now? This is what 8 months in the DA's office has taught me.
I resent that.
Like, to be a conversation to make a point where we're supposed to side
Read the press releases.
with, you know, Chloe and her mum, not the district attorney, who we know is cheating on his wife.
Can't sit
everything she said is fucking retarded.
Okay? I know.
Like, if you have the chance, go back, rewind and play that conversation again, and you'll see how nothing she said made a lick of sense. Oh, fantastic. We just got a super chat. Huge thank you to Oliver Hawkins for your super chat donation of £5. He says, I don't really have anything funny to say, just want to say I'm grateful for the quality... Oh, we on the... Oh, we on the air, husband.
I think we might be. Yes. We are on the air.
Right then.
I think, hold on.
We're on the air or on the Beppis. The chair. Yeah, or on the Beppis.
Yep, there.
Alright, folks. Welcome to Lavender Town Syndrome.
Yeah.
Today we're joined by Mark Lamar, the former television presenter. And we're gonna... It's called Life is Strange 2. Before the Strome. Before Peter Stormare.
I call him Peter Stormare.
Yeah.
Strange and put it off.
Alright,
hey,
folks.
You're right. It's like you're also like I legitimately fell asleep during the last stream as well. But that doesn't. But that's not a good thing, considering I'm meant to be playing the game.
Oh, we on the air, husband.
I think we might be. Yes. We are on the air.
Right then.
I think, hold on.
We're on the air or on the Beppis. The chair. Yeah, or on the Beppis.
Yep, there.
Alright, folks. Welcome to Lavender Town Syndrome.
Yeah.
Today we're joined by Mark Lamar, the former television presenter. And we're gonna... It's called Life is Strange 2. Before the Strome. Before Peter Stormare.
I call him Peter Stormare. Take
Yeah.
Strange and put it off.
Alright,
hey,
folks.
you're right. It's like you're also like I legitimately fell asleep during the last stream as well. But that doesn't. But that's not a good thing, considering I'm meant to be playing the game.
Yeah, Gemma just zonked in the last one. I hope there's a bit more energy this time. We had dinner, but there's also Lucozade.
Yes, that your favourite Zaid.
Gonna be your favourite Zaid.
Yeah, these antibiotics that I'm on for my throat are really knocking me out. I fell asleep again today. Like, I woke up at like, what, 12 this morning and then fell asleep at like 4.
Guys, that's just the sound of me putting this on social media.
I'm going to name my son Cameras, that way when I inevitably molest him I'll fuck cameras.
Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
Shane Dawson, that's nice of you.
That's disgusting.
Shane Dawson, he's an admitted paedophile. He's an admitted paedophile. His fans are kids, and that's okay cause he likes to diddle kids. What you gonna do, YouTube? Is it nothing? Is it nothing as usual? Too busy censoring conservatives and banning trannies you disagree with.
Yeah, this is the song that we're doing.
Oh yeah, we're big into this one, mate. This is This is an old song, goes right back to the days of Ying Swaling, the Chinese emperor.
Shane Dawson, more like Shane fucks your son. But yeah.
Actual paedophile Shane Dawson.
Yeah, it's true. There's actually him admitting it on like.
There's like this video and everything. It's amazing.
Yeah. If anyone wants to follow me on Twitter,
yeah,
you can see it.
Or a quick Google search as well.
Yeah. Damn it.
Here we are, folks. We're streaming this garbage again, and Shane Dawson's a paedophile.
Here goes nothing.
Here we are, folks. We're streaming. That's my voice twice. Again, and Shane Dawson's a paedophile.
No, we're not going to be drinking this stream as well because we don't have any alcohol. That's pretty much the reason why.
I made basically mulled wine earlier, though. We had some of that.
We did.
You just hear my voice in the background because I'm on Snapchat. Insert link. Paste. Go. Just sorry guys, my voice is kind of looping while it. Nothing's gonna happen. Nothing's gonna happen. We'll see you next time.
Are we gonna end the stream now, or?
Yeah, it's pretty late. It's like 11 o'clock.
Alright. Bye, guys.
Good night, everyone.